I'm real proud to introduce a new stand that we have. It's called a Tru-Comfort Hoof stand that we designed. It's quite unique in that the base is actually made of a closed cell foam, which aids in keeping it stable under the horse. We also have a cradle which will help most people get under the horse and do some good trimming. The cradle is quite easily to remove. The stand is adjustable for height. It will allow us to do flare, and we'll be able to do a front or a hind foot in the cradle. The fact that it's foam protects our tools, and it also absorbs a lot of the vibration that's created when you are rasping on a conventional stand. So it's quite a nice stand. It's light, it's durable, it's a super stand. It's one of the best I've used in the last 20 years. So I want to take it to the horse now, and I'm going to show you how we use it. I'm going to go to the shoulder, transfer weight, hind leg, bring it to her head just like we normally would. Beautiful, let her come back comfortably in an arc wherever she wants to be. Feel for that. That's the height I want that stand, right about there. So I'm just going to let this come down. I'm going to allow her to settle down, and I'm going to bring that hoof and put it right in my cradle. And you'll see that the cradle has an angle to it that allows that hoof to sit in there. I have the high side of the angle towards the cornet band, the low side towards the toe. That allows me to put it right in there, put my knee behind there, and do all the work I need to do. It gives me a nice stable location for that. Because it is foam, it kind of grips that foot and makes it comfortable for the horse. We're going to lift up the front by transferring that weight into the hind, get that front leg up. I have my stand ready. I'm going to get into the same position in the comfort groove, or the rider's groove. Bring it up. I'm going to spread my legs apart and bring the stand up. I'm going to take my outside knee and my foot onto the stand to put my knee in behind the foot to push it into the cradle. That gives me a good stable location for that foot on that cradle, right there, and it holds it tight, and that stabilizes the stand, and we can do all the work we have to do. Everybody's comfortable, the horse is stable. If the horse pulls, it's all a nice closed cell foam. It's safe for the horse, it's not going to cut the horse, and the horse can get away. I've introduced you to the back jack and to the Tru-Comfort hoof stand with its cradle. I want to show you how we can use the hoof stand in combination with the back jack to do the flare on the horse, which makes it quite simple. We simply remove the cradle, which slips over the top of the stand, and we position ourselves by picking up the horse's leg like we normally would. Let's get her set up for success here. There we go. Bring the leg up the same way we normally would. But at this point, what I want to do is I want to step slightly in front of the horse, bring my stand a little closer, in front of the horse, taking hold of each side of the hoof, feeling for a downward movement, not forward, not back, but a downward movement. That's the height that this stand needs to be. So if I bring the stand in, I happen to have it set at that height, I can put it with the angle of the stand forward to match the frog. I can place it into position, and with little effort, it stays. Then I simply take up the tension on my back jack, sit down, and begin my work. To do the other side of the foot, all I have to do is do the same thing from the outside of the hoof. We do the outside from in front of the horse or from the medial side, and we do the medial side from the lateral side of the hoof. To remove it, simply take it down and relax. For the hind limb, we can do flare on the stand, very similar to doing it on the front. We pick up the hind leg the same way as we always would. Start at the shoulder, transfer weight to the opposite hind, bring it towards the head. At this point, what I'll do in order to do the outside of the hoof is I'll turn my back on the horse, positioning my back jack under. Then we bring the foot in front of us, pull slightly on our string to bring our back jack up and sit. If I like to use the stand, I can bring the stand in now at this point and just help to brace myself on the stand and work the outside of my flare. For the opposite side, it's a matter of bringing my back jack around the opposite way, lowering the stand so the horse is more comfortable, bringing it slightly under the horse, position myself here, or I can sit if I like, and do my flare from this side. So now I have the flare on both sides, medial and lateral. The horse is comfortable. When I'm finished, up comes, down, and off. And we're all done.